Hey y'all. Dang, that was quick. Hey y'all. Okay, so we're going to be talking about magic, religion, consciousness, spirituality, because I know a lot of different people practice different things or are into different things. Hi. Um, so let's begin. I'm going to wait for a few more people, so thank y'all for coming in. Thanks. Um, yeah, let's go on about what it is that this magical, spiritual, religious consciousness thing really is. Because I don't think a lot of people know. I think everyone says, oh, it's a mystery. Oh, it's this, it's that. I think what it really is a way of experiencing something that's very close to being divine. I think when you experience something very close to being divine, then the mystery starts to unfold. And I think that's what most people seek. And the funny thing about that is a lot of religion teaches you to stay away from feeling that way. But then at the same time, it contradicts itself and tells you you are that way. And so you get a bunch of information, knowledge that contradicts itself. And you have to know when to listen and when to not listen. When it's time for that knowledge and when it's not time for that knowledge. And who they're speaking to and who they're not speaking to, because there are different people, different archetypes, different everything. So, what is for one archetype may not be for another. So you have to not read from only one perspective if you're studying or if you have some type of knowledge. Um, if you're studying any type of religion or holy books or just even philosophy, you know. Thank you, Ashley. So even if it's something biblical or any holy book, you have to remember not everything is to everyone. There are different people that they talk to, different types of people. Okay. Magic is more creativity and symbolism and your intuition and ability to create and make things happen. Okay. Magic is more using the things around you to make yourself more vibrational so that you can pull off some of these things that you're trying to do. Okay. Um, Consciousness. Okay, that's your ability to be aware of those things that you can do and what you're capable of and what other people are capable of and how to show them what they are capable of. That's a consciousness, and it's also a perspective as well. So when you have those things and you can do and understand a lot of those things all together, and if you combined it with philosophy, science, psychology, you know, you're pretty much going to get alchemy. Um, but at the same time, you have to know that different alchemy is for different people because it's a chemistry and a makeup, and not everything or everyone has the same elements. Okay, so when you're studying from a perspective, you can't have one type of formula, I'll say that, because people's makeup is different. So your alchemy will be different than my alchemy, and so on and so forth. Also, most religion, most spirituality, and all those things are man made. So they have to come from someone's mind. ideas, mind, mental, imagination. And then they all started to create themselves through the minds of other people. And when you pass this knowledge on to other people, it keeps creating itself and evolving. Depending on who gets it, depends on how it evolves or if it evolves at all. So, most people find religion and philosophy and science and alchemy probably boring until they realize what you could do with it. But some people, and I'm going to tell y'all, some people shouldn't have it. They shouldn't be able to reach a certain level because they're not practicing the discipline that it takes sometimes in order to handle some of those, powers. Okay. Or magic or abilities or whatnot. And you know whether you are able to do that or not. You can watch any Disney movie or any, fairy tale, and there's always a villain in it. For some strange reason, there's always a villain. Why is there always a villain? Because consciousness, magic, religion, and spirituality, psychology, they all have a dark and a light side, a yin yang, right? And so people are more, pushed towards rooting for what seems good or what seems correct or what seems acceptable. But at the same time, they're also pushed towards condemning what's not good, what's bad, and da 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 da, or what's not accepted. But you have to remember, there is no this without that. So in order to accept one, you must accept both. If you can't accept one, you can't accept the other. Mm-hmm. And so a lot of people are against this and are against that, but sometimes they have to flip, they have to switch, they have to do what they got to do, and you can't question it. It's just, there's no question behind it. It's just, you can't ask why, because why? Because literally be the cause, because someone decided to cause it. And through that intuition, that consciousness, that observation, sometimes you just have to let it be. Let it be. You said, was Tony Montana a villain? No, he wasn't a villain. Tony Montana in Scarface he wasn't the villain, but he did get too much power, and people tried to tell him certain things and he would not listen because he was too high on the cocaine, and he can't hear, he can't feel nothing, he can't hear nothing. So y'all know what happened next. Anyway, religion keeps you stuck. True, but there is code in religion, there's interpretation of religion that can also free you. And that is the challenge of religion. If you can see through it, if you can see around it, if you can see the multiple dimensions of what symbols mean or things like that, biblically, or whatever holy book that you're reading. Thank you, PK, sprinkle, sprinkle. Depending on what religion you're practicing, then, it also matters. But again, It doesn't keep you stuck. What it does is it enlightens you as you see deeper and deeper into it. But when I say religion, I don't mean a, some type of spiritual following. I'm speaking about the knowledge that you get from studying it. Because I don't feel that the ritual of religion is as important unless it's a reference to what you're learning about. And then you study it to see that the symbolism in it. But participating in it itself does not give you the perspective that you need to see from a distance what the symbols really are, because you're too involved. Okay. If you stand back and watch and look, you start to see more. Because, for example, if you're Catholic and you study, the Eucharist, the wine, and all that stuff the priest says before you line up to get your holy sacrament and all that stuff. All you know is that you're lining up to get this little stale round cracker and drink some grape juice or wine, whichever one they gave you. You don't realize what those things really are. Of course, you have the blood and the body of Christ, but what really is that? What are you taking? What is the ritual? Why do people line up to go get it in a church? So if you stand back in the back of the church, or if you're looking down in the church, or if you're watching a church on TV, or whatever, however you're viewing a church, you could see it very different. Okay. And sometimes, when you line up to get that Holy Eucharist and you're in a church and you're not Catholic, and if or you are Catholic, or I don't know why, and the priest is giving it out, when I was Catholic when I was young, and I didn't have a choice because my mom and my dad were Catholic, so I didn't really get a choice. But to this day, I'm very upset that my parents forced me into a religion before I could even think, no, I don't want to do this silly stuff. Literally, if my parents would have waited until I was of age to, think for myself, and they were like, hey, do you want to go to church? Do you want to be a Catholic? Do you want to eat this and drink this? I would be like, no, I don't. But since people are religious and they push things on other people without asking, without doing many things, then what happens is they get forced into something that they don't want to understand or care to understand or have any type of, care for or at all. You study it, definitely, and you see what's good and what's bad about it. And then you keep going further, you say classical conditioning. Yeah. So, you kind of link it to everything else and see how it connects up with this. And then, okay, well, you know what? Catholic people just really practice magic. That's all that they're doing. They're just using the name of some people in a holy book, but they're literally just practicing magic, sacrifice, blood sacrifice. They're literally allowing energies and spirits to enter inside of other people during the baptism. I mean, it's amazing how they will cover it up, but that's what they're actually doing. So that's why so many people were able to convert to certain religions, because it was just like many of the practices that they already did in pagan religions or, cultural religions that also do the same stuff. But at the same time, they teach you that it's bad to study your cultural religion or cultural magic or whatever, because they want your energy specifically. depending on which culture you're from. So my take on this is if you're in any religion, also study your cultural religion. If you have more than one culture, study both. See where your magic is. See where your magic is powerful. See what's in your DNA. Because that's also a lot to do with it. What is your blood type? What did your mother, father, grandmother, and all those people, what did they practice? Did they practice anything? All those things you got to know. And you have to study them. And then, if you take it upon yourself to learn alchemy, and your way of thinking will start to transform. And people will think you studied so much more than you actually have, because it keeps unfolding. Your church said, what? Hold on. My church told me how evil magic and voodoo is, but I'm sorry, it isn't turning water to wine magic. Magic is literally in the Bible. Yeah. Well, do they teach you? Here's my question. Do you even, I'm sure you do, but do you even know, or do you even think that most people know what voodoo really means, or magic even really means, or evil really means? Do you think they know how to decode those words? Probably not. They just probably think they know what they mean. So to them, things are not as clear. They're just, they're surface level. Okay, I would say surface level. That would be like, okay, the difference between understanding, knowing, and having this knowledge, this deep knowledge, is the same difference as having a Polaroid picture versus an X-ray. I mean, you can see way more. You can see inside, the shadow, the light. You can see more dimensions. And so when you have just one limited perspective, that's all you can use. But when you have multiple dimensions of perspective, then you see way more. So just keep that, keep that, and don't. That's why I say never really debate people, because there's different levels. There's too many levels, because depending on what level you're at mentally or consciously or whatever, you might be right. You could be right. You could be wrong. Y'all had on this hat earlier. That's why my hair is sticking up back there. It was I was playing around. Do I go to church? The last time I went to a church was a funeral. Okay. So, or was it a concert? I can't. It might have been a concert, like a Christmas concert. It is your choice and your faith. It is a test of your faith. Don't pick up if it's not in your belief. You need to know yourself first. Where have you been? The best of this world. I've been around too many pastors and too many churches to ever literally say that church in itself is a place that I would like to be. I've been, like, some churches are too patriarchal, like, and it's just really strange to me how some churches are very patriarchal. I remember when I was in the funeral industry, I had to set up some flowers before the funeral in this church, and I had to step up on the I don't know what they call the thing, the stage, the pulpit, whatever the thing is called. And this dude totally freaked out when he saw me walking up over there. He's like, "What are you doing up there? Women can't be up there." I said, "Well, I'm up here." He almost had a heart attack. I was like, "What the heck?" I don't know what religion that was. And I'm like, "Okay." And I took my time getting down too. I was like, "Okay." And then I pretend like I forgot something, went back up. You know, I'm bad. So then we, and also at that time I worked with a lady. And so we had to drive this priest to the cemetery, and, you know, and the, what they call the lead car in the funeral. So like the funeral director's car. And he was just talking, "Oh, I don't think women should be preachers." He had this old man accent, like, you know, the daddy from The Color Purple. And he was like, "Oh, women are not supposed to preach. That's a man's job, and you shouldn't be getting up on that." He was like lecturing us, and we was rolling our eyes like this, you know. And I'm like, I wanted to say something, but, you know, I think my presence and not uncaring attitude while I was up there was like enough. And then there was one time that I was told I couldn't come back to a church when I worked in a funeral home. Because my dress was short, and my dress wasn't even short. It came right to my knee. No, your eyes just keep looking too far up. But anyway, that was hilarious. Like, dang. So, and this was one of these churches in Houston, and they had like the pastor had like a Bentley and a helicopter and all this stuff, and I'm like, my dress too short, but your picture and portrait on the wall with your helicopter and Bentley is not too much. Was strange. What are my thoughts of donating I can't donate my blood. I donated my blood like 2 times and I almost fainted. Look, I need my blood. So he had to go in the back and repent. Anyway, you know, I'm bad, but I'm bad for a good reason sometimes. Like when I was younger, I used to prank call certain people before they had caller ID. Just for fun, you know. Anyway, back to the talking about the religion and the, okay, so the consciousness is what develops as, you know, your way of thinking and how you can relate it to other people through all your knowledge, studies, intuition, ability to channel, da, da, da. This comes from that. And some people have different levels of consciousness, like I said. People naturally rebel against religion after being trapped in it for so long. That's true. Being trapped in a religion that you entered into, it's weird because, like, did you enter into that religion on your own and now it's like a cult that you can't get out of? You know, were you aware that the religion was actually a cult where people will literally surround you and bother you and do things to you? Some religions get like that, you know. And I wouldn't want to be a part of that religion either. I'm just saying. Or that cult. Because sometimes you find yourself doing things that you would not normally do if you were not in that cult. You know, like for example, you would not allow certain energies or people to influence you just because, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't allow it. You wouldn't allow no priest dressed up in some outfits to put some ashes on your head or some holy water on your head or to give you bread and wine and say some stuff in Latin. You wouldn't allow it. But sometimes, oh, this is just what we do, or this is bringing me good luck, or this is good for business because my boss is Catholic, and you know what? That should be a personal journey, and you should not involve other people. And if you do involve other people, you got to tell them first. You got to give them a heads up. Look, this a cult. We wear this color on Wednesday. If you don't want to be in it, let me know now. You know, you got to tell people. You can't just invite them and because it could backfire. Okay, you can't just throw people in it and like, oh, now you in a cult, because it could backfire. Like maybe if you would have said something and I had time to prepare something, come on. You can't just throw somebody in a cult and say, nah, now you in this cult, do this, do that. See? Now you're in this religion. Pray. Get on your knees. Stand up. Do the sign of the cross. Turn around. Say hallelujah. For what? Mama, why are we doing this? I don't know. Shut up and just do it. Okay. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed? What's hallow mean? Is that like Halloween? You know, hallowed be thy name. What's hallowed? Hallowed? Like hallowed, like empty? Well, why his name empty? Hallowed be thy name. Okay, then why don't we just call him hallowed? Thy kingdom come. He got a kingdom? Where's that? Thy will be done. What's his will though? On earth as it is in heaven. Okay. I didn't know the earth and the heaven could do the same thing, but okay. Mm-hmm. Is that why they got Hollywood stars out there? Just like they got the stars in the sky? Yeah. Okay. Forgive us as we trespass against those who trespass against us. Okay. Okay. I remember that part. Lead us not into temptation. What they said? But deliver us from all evil. Ain't that what they said? So, okay. Deliver us from evil. From evil or to evil? Which one are you trying to do? You know, some people trying to get delivered to evil, or they found some evil and they say, well, let me go ahead and see if somebody will forgive me as I trespass. Those prayers, people are using them in the wrong ways. So, I don't know. I'm trying to remember Catholic Church as best as I can because that was a weird church. I know they had nuns. I used to like the nuns. I definitely liked the nuns. The nuns were so nice, to me anyway. And okay, so let's move on. I haven't studied too many other religions, but I have read a little bit about like Judaism, Islam, and a little bit. And they all pretty much teach the same thing as magic. They pretty much teach, you know, the same type of thing, using others to get where you want, putting certain people in certain positions to get some type of spiritual knowledge or whatever. It's all what they do. So any religion is magic. It's just disguised to get the masses of people's energy. They just call it religion, but what it is still a cult. It's still magic, and they use those people's energies and that do attend the church. I mean, if you think about what a church looks like, a lot of churches, they have the stained glass windows, so you have the color magic. You got the steeple, which is like the antenna to harness the energies and the magic and all that kind of stuff. You got all of the workings of magic in a church, you know. You got statues, you got the singing, which changes the vibration. You have the prayer, which is the chant. You have the people praying, which is the intent. You have the people worshiping. So you have all these things, and then every Sunday you get this energy. You get money too. They donate money. They pass a little basket around here and give us money. So it's just a magical ritual over and over. And you have no idea that you're being harnessed for those energies. You said turning bread and wine into body and blood magic. Yeah. Well, that's a metaphor for something else, and there's so many levels to the metaphor of that, and I break some of those metaphors down on my Patreon, but there's more levels to those metaphors. The higher level of consciousness, or the different levels of consciousness that you get, they mean certain things to different things. So at some point it could mean cannibalism if you think of it on the surface level. If you think of it on the spiritual level, it's eating a body. Right? How would you eat a body spiritually? How would you turn water into wine? What does water look like in a glass? And how would you turn it into wine? And why does the wine represent the blood? So water is pure, right? To turn it into wine would be to corrupt it, or to take something from a vine, a fruit from a vine, right? To change it. And what's a fruit from a vine? Anyway. And of course, the body would be taking the body into you. It could be a sexual ritual. It could be an energetic ritual. It could be all of those things. You line your kid up to go put some bread in their mouth and drink some blood. And clap for you. Clap for you. Clap for yourself. People were still drinking the wine on Sunday, not even sacred earth. Yeah. People gonna do what they do. Okay, so a lot of the stuff is not what you think it is. And yeah. Bread could also be, people feeding off of your energy. It could also be a body part. It could be many things, depending on how you're using it and interpreting it. The body, some say, is the mushroom. Yeah, think about that. So, normally, before COVID and all this germy stuff and herpes and all that, they used to have like this golden chalice that everybody would drink out of, like putting your mouth on the same thing. That somebody didn't drink out of it. You'd line up, the priest would have it, and they'd be like, say some stuff, and then they give it to you and you drink out of it, and then they give you the little bread thing. So people were drinking out the same cup. And so what a chalice and a cup is representative of the womb. So you have a womb, a chalice, a cup, and some and bread. And back then the bread was not like a slice of bread, it was a loaf. You know what shape a loaf of bread is, okay? So, or they say the mushroom called, you know what shape a mushroom is, right? Okay. So it's basically intercourse. Do you think all the preachers and priests know this? Yeah, some of them do. Probably all of them do at some point. This is, don't let them put it in your mouth. Y'all are silly. Shoot, you might as well go do the real thing and skip church. Oh, shoot. Anyway, that's what the magical people do. They just go ahead and get down to the nitty gritty. They skip the church and go do what's the real thing. And so, I'm not joking. People are like, "Oh my gosh, what are you doing? This is a holy day." Okay, well, y'all doing the same thing symbolically. They said that women are imprinted energetically with men they've been with. Well, when you drink out of that same chalice, the whole congregation of church for 20 years from the same chalice, you've been the same thing, energetically, what you call it, embedded with everything that didn't drink out that glass or that chalice. You and a whole church chanting and singing with a bunch of people's energy as well. It's very much very similar. So either way, you're doing the same thing, but you don't know it. You know how they tell you in church, oh, turn to your neighbor and greet them and say something. That's the same thing. Oh, hi, nice to meet you. Exchange plasma. Touch my hand. Look into my eye. The shock of someone new, the raising your vibration, the chemical reaction in your brain from having to touch someone that they might look good. Shoot, okay. You know who you gonna turn to and greet, and who you gonna turn away from. You know that old lady over there that smells funny. You ain't trying to greet her, but she's reaching for you. You like find a little kid or something. Y'all remember that when y'all had to turn to your neighbor? I used to hate that. Like, why I gotta turn to my neighbor? I don't like them. I don't want to talk to them. I just, pretend like I'm looking for something on the ground that fell. So think about it. They're doing the same thing. You said breath be stank. I know. Like, I don't want to touch you. Hand be all sweaty and palmy, and you got somebody sweat and DNA all up on your hand. No. So anyway, doing the same thing. Ah. And so now, like, I don't really go to church anymore. I said, if you ever, ever, ever see me in a church, if you ever see me in the church as the first lady or the pastor or somebody, I'm probably getting paid. Because there's no way I would want to do that on my own. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be in it. I don't want to even be a part of a church. I like to skip church and just go do what I like to do naturally. You know. You are getting paid or sleeping with the preacher. Shoot. What preacher do you know that don't try to sleep with somebody? Name one. Unless he gay. Every church that I've ever been to, every funeral that I had to set up, there's always that what I call pastor pimp. Hold on, let me get my hat ready. Y'all know the pastor pimp. Sure. Pastor pimps. Y'all know about them pastor pimps. Come on now. Like, literally, every church that I've been to that had a straight, semi-straight pastor, they always try to come on to the women, no matter what. Oh, you need some prayer? You need some prayer? Come on to my office. Let's have some prayer. Bow your head. Let's hold hands in prayer. But you can use that as an excuse. But you could have really meant to pray for that person. Yeah. But why you don't pray for the other people that don't look as good? Don't pray for them. I don't want to pray with them. Pray with this. Anyway, my parents think you're going to hell because you refuse to go back to church. Well, what is hell? I don't know. There's a description of it in the Bible, so I don't know. I only go back for Kanye's Sunday service. Notice that it's outside. Notice that Kanye's Sunday service is mostly outside. Unless he goes to a church and they pay him. No, I didn't go to no Catholic school. No, I went to church, a Catholic church, for a few years in my youth. He said, hell is a state of mind, right? This is why I don't like religion, because people automatically want to condemn you for thinking outside of the box. Like, if you don't go to church, you're going to hell. Well, I'd rather go there. I've been to church. They say the same thing and it's boring. At least all my friends will be there. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Your uncle who's a pastor keep telling you to call him. I dare not. Your uncle. Do you ever go to confession? No, I never went to no confession. Even though I was old enough to go and I did the communion thing, I never went to go confess. That's stupid. What am I going to confess? I was a child. Dear Mr. Preacher Man, let me exchange information with you as a child of the stupid stuff that I did. Why do you want to know? To me, that was a scam right there. Why you got to know everybody's business? Why people got to go to you? Who are you? That was my first, well, not my first, but that was a major red flag to me with the Catholic religion. Why somebody got to confess or tell what they doing or whatever? Why? God know. If God see, God know. Why I gotta tell you? You just want to know because you freaky. You know what? I might just go to a Catholic church and just start making up some stuff just to see what they do. Go in that confessional and then, record it. Next YouTube video, we're going to go to the confessional. See how uncomfortable we can make this priest. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. How long has it been since your last confessional? 35 years. No, wait. How old am I? Hold on. 37, because I never went. Never. I ain't never been to no confessions. All right. The last time that was the Usher album. Never mind. So tell me, sister, what have you done? Well, I've done a lot. Where should I start? Well, let's just go to the recent happenings because other stuff, it don't count. I did all these bad things. What should I do? That's it? Say some words? Say 5 Hail Marys and the Lord's Prayer 10 times? Okay. And I forgiven? Thank you. Does it count if I play the audiobook version? Or the video? You sure I'll be forgiven? Okay. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Wonderful. Thank you, Destiny. Sprinkle. What about if people still judging me? They judge everybody? Okay. That's true. So, you sure? Those people that go to readers and stuff? Well, they would be up in the confessional and they would be like, well, I went to this reader and they read my tarot cards. The priest gonna be like, huh? And they said A, B, C, and D. What you say? Somebody has done that. Well, ma'am, you're not supposed to be consulting psychics and tarot cards. Yeah, but they like Jesus. They work with Jesus. You have somebody in there in that confessional talking about they tarot card reader work with Jesus. Anyway, that would actually be a funny video. So, but the part about being in the confessional, seeing how uncomfortable you can actually make the priest, that would be the funny part. They'd be in there like, you did what? Tell me again. I forgot. I couldn't hear you. Wait, hold on. And who was this with? And what time? What day? Okay. They want, right. They say priests are not supposed to repeat anything, including murder confessions. That's because you give your sin to the priest when you speak on it and say the prayer. You put it onto them. You gotta go and get you confess, and then the priest takes on and listens to your words and take them in, then tell you to say some prayers to Jesus and Mary. And after you say some prayers to Jesus and Mary, your sins are forgiven. So, like in The Godfather, correct. Too many secrets, not enough justice. Well, that's what the whole church is for. That's what the whole religion is for. That's what the cult is for, to keep the secrets. Because if it was all out in the open and everybody knew all these things about everybody on a grand level, then no one would trust anyone. No one would have the real power. No one would have any power because no one would trust them. So they have to have the secrets. What made me want to be a mortician? That's a good question. Well, originally, I wanted to be a medical examiner to do autopsies. But I did not want to go to medical school. It took too long and blah, 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 blah. So I still got to work in that field and do something very, very similar, which was funeral director, mortician. Mm-hmm. My story of death goes back a long way. And it's too much to explain. I think I've talked about it so many times on YouTube, but it all starts from your birth, I think, of who you are going to be. And ever since I can remember as a child, I've always been connected to some type of ushering something out into another, like, so death, right? But it was not death that was upon me. It was death that wanted my help or wanted me to be aware of it. When you're aware of death or something like that, and you don't fear death, and you can conquer death, and you get the knowledge and the consciousness to realize certain things, then you know how they always say, well, oh, Jesus was delivered from death or whatever. Or they say, in the Bible, if you do this, this, and that, you live eternally, or you're eternal, or I don't know. But there was always a mystery. It was always a mystery. And so I always wanted to walk towards the unknown. I always wanted to know what these things were. I was very much into magic, the occult, and all that kind of stuff when I was a child, because I just needed to know. And so, doing all those things, going to mortician school, being around death all the time, all day, every day, for many, many years, the fear of it goes away. And the knowledge of it becomes, the knowledge of things is how you look at things. Like, for example, if you're a doctor and you're used to seeing patients, body parts, organs, and all that kind of stuff, it doesn't affect you anymore. But you know how to fix it. Or you know how to, do your thing. But at the same time, do you have someone who's not used to it, hasn't been around it very much, or is viewing it in the wrong way, or using the knowledge of it in the wrong way, and they, they're not aware of it, or if they are, it's kind of like almost an exploitation sometimes, like the black market. People sell stuff on the black market. And when you get into that aspect of it, it's like, huh? Am I fulfilling my life purpose? Your fear of death will become non-existent. Oh yeah, if you're fulfilling your life purpose. I don't like to use those words together. I like to say, what is your purpose? Because those words are too instructional, you know. What is your purpose? Like, I don't like rules surrounding things. I don't like certain things that are meant to put you in a position that you did not choose to be in. I like free expression of self to do what you want. So, if, yeah, you had that experience with 9/11 living in, like, oh, yeah, like once you've been through some stuff, whatever. What about people who not fulfilling their life purpose? And, but hold on, because these are going too fast. Did you delete it? Hold on. What about people that are not feeling their life purpose and still not afraid of death? I don't think people know what their life purpose really is if they don't know if they're fulfilling it or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people, it takes most of their life to figure out that they've been doing their life purpose already. It's not some major thing. People's life purpose can be something normal. You just won't know. And you're looking for something grand when it's normal. To some people, their life purpose is grand, but they have to create that. They have to create a reason for them to have a grand life purpose. Some people create their own fate, and some people wait and see what is going to present itself to them as their life purpose. That makes no sense. What's my life purpose? I don't know. What do you want it to be? You can't wait for it to just appear. You have to be looking, working towards it, creating it. So if you're looking for your life purpose, go look in the mirror. There you go. You are your life's purpose. Figure that out. So religion will tell you your purpose in life is to follow Jesus and obey these laws. Okay, that's a lie. If you're in magic, your life purpose is to live by some laws and the magical, if it is a religion, or be careful what you do. If you're conscious and you study all sorts of ideas, you get a bunch of things and you just raise your awareness and your frequency. That's another thing. If you do all of these things plus learn other things, then you're going in every direction. And now you have choices. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. FD11. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you. So appreciate that. It's a very nice donation. Do I still do rituals and spells when necessary? Of course. I make them up too, with symbolism, intent, and of course my imagination. Those are the best kind because they work faster. I mean, if they can do it in the Catholic Church, I can do it in my house. Okay. They do it. They do magic in front of you all the time in the movies. You're just not aware of it. Like I noticed so much. Sure, what or who first sparked your interest in magic? I did. When things could not be explained to me by my mother, my father, my sister, my brothers, and when no one could give me answers, I had to go seek them out on my own. Like, pray to Jesus and the church was not the answer for me. So I had to go out and find books and learn about certain things until my own, sense of intuition and knowledge and thirst for knowledge and things like that grew. And I was basically my own self-teacher. So I kept learning since the 5th grade, I would say, is when I really started my research of all this information and knowledge, since 5th grade. Of course, I was reading books before that, but that's when the real information came as a student. My questions came much earlier. And as a child, you depend on an adult or somebody older than you or smarter than you to give you certain answers. But when they give you some stupid answers or no answers at all, you have to figure it out yourself because they're no help. Not saying they're stupid, it's just they don't, they're not as interested as you are. People do rituals all the time. Some are just doing it more powerfully. So, and of course, when I got on those, paths of knowledge, magic, and stuff like that, not everybody agreed with them, and I didn't really tell too many people. But if they saw something or a book that I had, they would question it. I'm like, I'm just reading. I'm learning about it. Da, da, da. Let me do me, or I'm gonna sneak and do me, because either way, I'm gonna do me. That was the only choice. I'm gonna do it, whether you like it or not. Period. That's just how I was. I didn't let people stop me. If there was only one book you recommend, which one would it be? Oh, so many. Well, a symbol book, because you could get so much out of it. You can create a lot from knowing what symbols mean, and you can create more from that than you could someone else's words. So I would definitely say a symbol book. And then after that, I would say maybe something that goes back as far as you can go historically and see how they used and implemented symbols, magic, and rituals in their spiritual practices, and look around at how it's being repeated today. I told my mom to set up an ancestor altar, no need for church. Okay. Did I graduate from high school? Of course I did. A long time ago. It was a waste of, oh my gosh, when I was in school, I roll my eyes. Those teachers were so stupid. Now that I think about it. The nerve of some of them. We won't go into that. Makes sense. You had the desire. That's why you have gotten so far in. Well, what I had was, I think I had a frequency or an energy or magnetism. And I think even if I wasn't looking for something, it would find me, or I would attract it. So I would always just attract things naturally to me. People that like to talk about those type of things, I would automatically find the books that I was looking for, or a movie would come on, and I would just learn so much very quickly, pick up things super fast. So I think I was more magnetic than anything. And I'm not like, what I am. If you consider yourself many things, you become it. That's how I think I got to where I am. I did not just say, oh, I'm this and I'm that. I already considered myself certain things when I was a young girl. And as I got older, I became those things. I think that's something that most parents may not teach you, but if you see yourself a certain way, if you say that you're a certain type of person, you become that. And I always said that when I grow up, this is what I want to do. And all of it came true. All of it. I never wanted to be a famous person. I never wanted to be, I never even said I wanted to be rich. All I said is that I wanted to, at first, I wanted to be an archaeologist because I like, you know, mysteries and looking for ancient knowledge. Then then I liked was, oh, I like the mysteries and the occult. I want to learn tarot. I want to learn all about magic. I want to learn, spirituality. I want to learn this. I want to learn that. And that's what I want to do for a living. And I never thought back then that I would do so much more, but that was my start. Just thinking that's what I want to do. Um, and never did I say I want to be in some kind of cult. Never said that. So that's why it's strange that someone will take you into something that you don't want to be a part of, because sometimes that's not what you wanted. And some people will take you there anyway. Uh, have I been to New Orleans? Duh. I live right next to New Orleans. Very close. Okay. You said Archangel Michael was afraid of the adversary that was in Moses and wouldn't dare bring charges against it or him. Archangel Michael was afraid of the adversary that was in Moses and wouldn't dare bring changes against it or him. Wonder why he was afraid of it. Mm-hmm. Well, you got to break down Archangel Michael. That's a whole code in itself. Angle. It's an arc and an angle. So it's a frequency. It's a frequency. Michael, who is like God. There's a difference between who is God and who is like God. So obviously, it was a powerful being that was. And an adversary doesn't necessarily mean evil. It just means someone that is against Moses. And if you think about it, some of the stories in the Bible, they don't tell you who's the good guy or the bad guy. That's up to you to figure it out. People always lean to their own conclusion, but they never get that backstory. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, anyway, you see it. Yep. Oh, and sometimes things are code for something else, so you have to also remember that they're not literal people. Do I believe in chakras? No. I believe that people believe in chakras, but I create my own energies and I replenish my own energies, and I don't feel that people should want to, because I know a lot of people in this, trying to do this and that. Like, keep your own stuff, baby. Keep it and keep yours. and stop trying to trade with everybody. You just go have sex with them if you want to share some energy. You know what I'm saying? Keep your stuff. Because this, like, it's too crazy, and people get too into this stupid stuff, and it's almost like they become almost, I don't even want to use the word, but dumb. They become too stupid and dumb about it. You know, don't allow those things to take over your life, because people can literally start feeling like, oh my gosh, I'm missing some energy. Someone took my energy. And you're going to be correct if that's what you really believe. If you laugh about it, like these fools over here acting a stupid fool, acting like they got somebody energy, wearing clothes and doing this and that, you know, somebody need to write a book on this. But then you have some people that really truly believe that, and they really live that way, and they really believe that, and they really feel that, and that's what they manifest or create in their own lives. And so it means more to them than it means to someone who does not feel the same way. And they may take it seriously, just like you have some people who literally take religion so serious that they would kill. People will kill in the name of religion. Just like people will threaten you or kill in the name of some damn chakras. Okay, what is the difference? There is none. One is extreme and so is the other. Right? And sometimes you just like to play with people's. Like, I got your chakra, I got your chakra. You know, if you believe it that much, let me go ahead and tease you. Got your chakra. You didn't see my message in all the caps? I got your chakra. See, the song by Stevie Wonder, Superstition. If you believe in things that you don't understand, then you suffer. So I just be laughing like, okay, you can have them. They weren't given out. They weren't for sale. So I don't know whose chakra you got. You both got the dog's chakra, because I sure didn't give mine out. Right. Some people's magnetic energy is too powerful for you to take anything from them. They just take it right back and take yours with it. You know, if you believe in that sort of thing. That's why it's funny to me. Like, I don't even take it seriously anymore. Like, whatever. Y'all crazy. You said dogs got chakras. Well, then have Rico's. Have the dog. You don't need them. Okay. You said belief in first self. Yes. If you want Rico's chakras, how much you gonna buy them for? I'll sell y'all Rico's chakras. It's a chihuahua, by the way. How much is the chihuahua chakra worth to you? Do I have to sell this on the black market, or is it's okay to sell on Etsy? Y'all, I'm just messing with y'all. But science came from man. Y'all keep referring to something, and the more you refer to something, the more it's man-made. Even science is man-made. Yeah, you can study it, and you can say 1 + 2 is 3, or you can say this plus this and that is equals fact, but it's still man-made. It came from the imagination. All of it did. So no matter how much you try to keep proving stuff, it all came from the imagination, period. So we can say chakras is real, and is no more real than a story that somebody made up a science in to create science fiction. It's no more real than science fiction. So I can say things and it sound very intelligent and scientific, but at the same time, it could be a straight up lie, and it could be straight up code. to trigger your mind to really sit there and believe something and submit to it. Okay? So, I can make up science right now if I wanted to because I have an imagination. And I have the ability to manifest. So, whatever I say will happen. You see how it works? So, you are the creator. You decide whether something is real, true, or not. If you like to study certain things or other people's ideas and the science so that you can follow what other people are talking about, wonderful. But it does not make it any more true than something that a little kid made up in their story. If many people believe the same thing, it will manifest as reality. So let's say, when these scientists come up with new theories and stuff, and okay, we got some new theory. They publish it, a bunch of people read it, they repeat the theory, they teach the theory, they put it in a textbook, they put it on YouTube, they put it in here, they put it in there, they teach it in the school. Guess what? The theory is now known worldwide, globally. Guess what? Now people refer to it as a reference. I could have made that stuff up at the top of my head. Okay, so guess what? Let me make a theory. My theory is where's my markers? Here they go. My theory is if you wake up, now try this. I'm gonna write a whole paper on it. If you wake up at 5:21 a.m. Central Time, you will live longer. It's a proven fact. This man woke up every day at 5:21 and he outlived everybody in his family. And then a lot of other people started doing it and they lived much longer too. So, therefore, this theory makes sense. So, everybody got to wake up at 5:21 a.m. Central Time. I guess it's 3:21 Pacific Time and 6:21 East Coast, or whatever mountain time is mountain time. Okay? This is my theory. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, I don't get that. I ain't even worried about that. So I can print this in several journals. I can pay magazines to print this article out. I can make 1,000 videos on this and people will start to do this and they will start to attest that it's truth. Oh yeah, that somebody will write a book called 521 and it'll be a bestseller. And then y'all don't write 521. It's the key to eternal life. Then it's going to start changing and evolving to some other crap. And before you know it, they're going to have a whole religion named 521. Because some fool on YouTube, dressed in this Michael Jackson outfit, wrote something on a whiteboard. You see how it works? But in 100 years from now, people could probably kill over this. You know what I'm saying? Ridiculous, right? That's why I don't even bother. If I didn't create it, if I don't believe it, because I created it, then it's relevant to whoever it's relevant to. It might not be relevant to me because I really don't care. Now you can trick people and like harass them into making you think it's relevant. But if you know who you are and you know certain things, you're just going to laugh later on. This ain't relevant. Y'all just playing with people. Mm-hmm. So like A lot of people lose credibility once you figure this out. It's like, really? A lot of people will lose credibility once you figure certain things out mentally. And it's like, okay, so all this is metaphor for that. Got it. All this is a mental trigger for that. Got it. So none of that is true. Got it. So now I can concentrate on something else. Got it. When you see that, it's like, you know what? Everything, that's why that book, Murder of Reality, by Pierre Savick, will totally open your eyes to the things that people make up in order to control others. You see a T521 for real though? I'm gonna get that on a jacket. Like Prince had three. What did he have? 321. I'm gonna have 521. Okay. What is the truth? Whatever you want it to be. That's the truth. At the moment, whatever a bunch of people believe, but you go to a different country, the truth is totally different. Whatever you choose to believe in a mass number, that's why they use religion and school systems, colleges, and media to give you quote unquote truth. It's what they want you to believe, not what you choose to believe. So, because every time they teach you a history lesson, by now, most of that stuff is lies. You know by now. So what else is a lie? So I can't really say what's true and what's not true. It's whatever you want to be true. That's true. It ain't that deep. It ain't. If you go off to live in the forest with you and a couple of other people, and you create your own truths, and you live by those truths, that's your truth. That's your truth. Okay? If you had never, y'all remember that movie by M. Shyamalan or whatever his name is? The Village, where all these people lived in this village, and it looked like they lived in the old days. And it was really modern time, and they would scare them with these fake monsters and saying, if you go beyond this border of trees, the monsters will get you. And so they kept them all in this little village, afraid to know anything, because they wanted to create a certain type of society, or a utopian society, or some type of cult, and where they had the control over people, because they said the outside world was too toxic or, messed up. And they wanted to build their own world, basically. So their rules, their truth was their rules and their truth. Then they only let the blind lady out to go get medical help or something, because she couldn't see. So she won't bring nothing back because she can't see. Okay. That movie's, yeah. But only a few people knew the truth, and they kept it from everybody. And they would set up certain things in order to scare the people. They would have a schedule where they would do this and do that to make sure that the people stayed in fear, so they could stay under their control. And once they did that, some people started figuring it out and rebelling against it. That movie was creepy, right? I think it's called The Village. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I think it came out early 2000s. So that's a good movie to watch, just to see how people in the government can try to control you. That's why everybody hated Trump, because he was telling it, fake news. I don't care. I do what I want. I ain't crying. I ain't finna wear the stupid mask. Corona what? They did not like him because he was not living their truth. He was not going by that truth. He was like, that's y'all truth. That ain't my truth. It might be on Netflix. It's by the same guy that wrote The Sign and Lady in the Water and some other stuff. Movie with wolf masks, red capes, and paint with it. Yeah. That's what it was. They couldn't control Trump, see? That's why they so mad. They had to, every day they had to get on this man because he was crushing the reality that they had spent all this time setting up. And so many people woke up due to Trump. I ain't saying his racist statements were this or that, but maybe they were code. But at the same time, they got your attention and you woke up to fake news. The shock value of it all. It was in 2004, The Village? Yeah. Thank you, Sydney. I answered your question? Okay. Well, I'm glad. Sprinkle. The Sixth Sense. Yeah, that was a good movie. Yeah. You're dead. I see dead people. That's what I used to tell people when they ask me, what do you do for a living? I see dead people. I'm a mortician. But I stopped doing that a while back. Would crystals or magic be consciousness? It's a level of consciousness. It's just, knowledge and tools. And it can expand your consciousness if you learn many ways to use them and what they can be used for according to, what is widely taught. But at the same time, like I said, you can create your own uses for things as well. Because somebody had to come up with it. Mm-hmm. What do you think about crystals? I think they're very personal, and like you don't share them with anybody. And if you do, their energy's all in it and all over it. So be careful who you share them with. If you choose to share them, some people don't do that, or they don't want to do that. Some people just take them, but or they disappear. Sometimes people will take them, or if you give them to as a gift, then they're no longer yours anyway. But you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. I don't care about anything that they're talking about in the news. That's number one. Because it's all fake. So I don't care. Okay. So whatever's on the news, I don't care. Fake. If it's on the local news and there's witnesses and stuff like that, and people don't show up to work, maybe I'll believe that. You know what I'm saying? If it's on CNN, I don't believe it. I don't believe that it was 100% real. That's what I'm saying. It could have actually happened. It could have been acted out. Props could have been put in place. Stories could have been made up. Actors could have been hired. That's all I'm saying. If it's not on the local news and there's not somebody on there talking to where I can't understand them, and there ain't no cars driving by real loud, and ain't no dogs barking, I don't believe it. Okay? That's where I draw the line. If I don't see no litter on the ground outside behind somebody with a dirty t-shirt on, screaming at their kids, and a dog barking or limping in the background, I don't believe it. If the news person out there don't look scared to be where they at, I don't believe it. Okay. If you don't look scared for your life, you ain't reporting no real news. Bye. So they used to have some real local news back in the day. You got to turn it to your local station. But nowadays, it's all orchestrated. Mind game. How y'all are so silly. But like if y'all are playing this imaginary game with yourselves, stop playing it. Literally. That's all you got to do. Stop playing the imaginary game. The jig is up. Go back to your normal life. If you like my attention, just do it. Buy me a gift, okay? A nice one. I don't watch the news anymore, just a bunch of drama. That's right. There's actually a Michael Jackson fedora that I would like, and it's on eBay, and it's $10,000. So if you want my attention, go buy me that. Don't play imaginary mind games. Trump was president and he didn't get paid. That's because he wouldn't take a salary. That way they couldn't threaten him. They couldn't do that. You said what? The fit and jacket on is on. Y'all didn't see this whole jacket because I folded it back. Y'all didn't see the Michael Jackson aspect of it. Hold on. I was trying to be modest. Put this hair back, Michael Jackson had back blonde hair. But it's like that type of jacket. It's cute, right? But I folded it back to be less obvious. Y'all know I got the hat sitting right here too, right? You said it is real on eBay. Yes, I'm trying to tell you. The hat, it's the fedora he wore at a concert and have his sweat on it. $10,000. $10,000 for the hat. It's a hat like this, but it has his Jerry Curl juice stain up in it. It has his makeup stains, and it smells probably like sweat and stuff. Like if you like zoom in, you can see it. Ooh. And yes, it's for $10,000. There we go. This is what I had on. It messed up my hair before. So if I was to wear this as a costume or something for Halloween or whatnot, I would have on my black hair, of course, or my real hair, and I'd probably zip this up, and I'd have my sunglasses on. And if I want to be extra, I'll have my black umbrella. If you dress up like Michael Jackson, let me tell you, on Halloween, let me tell y'all, I'll give y'all a challenge. The first time I ever dressed up, hold on a minute, I gotta undo this. The first time I ever dressed up like Michael Jackson for Halloween, I couldn't even take it. It was too crazy. Everybody, oh my gosh, it's Michael Jackson. Can I take a picture with you? And I made the mistake of going out one night to like a bar. This is back when I frequented, those type of places. And it was like Halloween, and it was like a costume party or contest or whatnot. And I went dressed as Michael Jackson. And I'm not kidding you. Everybody, let me buy you a drink, Michael. Michael, are you a man or a woman? I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. I'm like, what? Get out, weird. And so everybody want to take a picture with you, and oh, Michael. I'm like, it's a costume. Get away from me. But people go crazy over the costume, especially if you kind of like can pull it off. Just think about if you saw a Michael Jackson impersonator walking down the street, even if you know it's not them, and you've been drinking. Some people are crazy. I didn't pay for nothing that night. I'm telling you, everything free. It's a costume. They were treating me like I was the real Michael. I'm like, okay, do what you got to do. That was one time, and I'll never do that again in public. Do I believe in God? Which God? There's several gods, like man-made. All gods are man-made, so there's several of those. Maybe I was the real Michael. Well, then I'd still be the real Michael. No, I just think that people admire people. Like, of course, y'all know I admire MJ. Some people admire Prince, MJ. They're what they call literal icons, and so that's what they become to you and to other people. But you have to also realize that they're just also a regular person. And when you reach that status and people see you that way, then what that means is that you start to observe, I would say, watch that person, listen to their lyrics, learn from that person, take on a lot of the knowledge that they put out there. And you learn from the masters and become greater in whatever it is that you're focusing on. Like, there's no way I'm going to be Michael Jackson as far as, singing and dancing, because that's not my goals or my purpose. But the symbolism in his music and his lyrics and the lessons that he taught through song, video, and things like that is what led me to also learning how to decode. If so many people want to know why that I always like Michael Jackson, it's because through Michael Jackson, I was led on the path of decoding and seeing things from a broader perspective and a broader consciousness, and it made me more aware. Prince too, like I now I can see it in most artists, but it did start with MJ. So that's one of the reasons. So he was like kind of like my guru or teacher or whatnot, someone who I studied. And you can get knowledge from anywhere, Right. But most people, like when you're an innovator of something, when you're an originator of something, when you're very creative, people will follow and do what you do. Okay, sorry, A. Revere, I didn't see this. Okay. Lil Nas X posted on his IG video he made in June for his future self. He congratulating himself, and now his Montanero song is #1. He manifested just like you tell us. Thanks, Yura. Yeah, sprinkle, sprinkle. This is what I've been telling my daughter. You know, like manifesting will come true. So, she's been writing stories. Like she's a writer now. She's been writing stories, and a lot of the stuff in her stories has started coming true. And so she had to learn to write positive things instead of negative things because she, was trying to write horror stories. So she had to change it up. And even though she started to write one story, it was kind of scary, but the end was going to be positive and good, right? So if you take breaks between your writing and the stuff actually starts to happen that's in your story, she's getting a little bit weirded out by that. So what I told her to do is to write the ending first, like in the back of the notebook. And as you write your story and as your story develops, and you come to the end and you don't like that ending, then change it. But at least for now, your ending is good. And that's the same thing with life. If you don't have a destination point or a goal or anything, then your life just can go anywhere. So I always say, I see myself doing this when I'm an old lady. That way I know I ain't gonna die no time soon, because I see myself doing that as an old lady. I know I'm gonna live exactly where I want to live because I see myself living there, and I said it. And so I don't have to walk around in fear. I see myself in this, da 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 da. Now that's my story. I'm sticking to it. And however I get there, I know I'm getting there. Yeah, Layla's creative too. Layla is a very detailed oriented writer. Very creative. She actually has to write a paper about me. It's supposed to be your parents' financial something. Like why they so nosy? What did they learn? Did they have a budget when they went to college? Did college take them into the to a job? And what type of job did they get in? How did they learn to budget? What mistakes did they make? I said, you already know what to write. Or you ask your daddy, then you get the plain, boring, old answer, or you could tell my story. Which one you want to do? Well, Mom, what kind of budget did you have in college? I didn't have one. Everything was paid for. Well, what kind of job did you get? I worked at the funeral home. Okay, well, not for long though. I couldn't work for other people anymore. Started my own businesses online. What did you do? Just tell them online e-commerce. They don't want to know. Why do I think MJ passed? I don't think that. I don't think anything. I mean, when you become very observant, you see stuff most people don't. They skip over it. It's amazing the power of suggestion. And Texas schools can be nosy. My daughter's still doing Zoom classes. I just tell them to make it up. I don't care. Yeah, we know that. Like, most people don't die when they say they die. They just die out of the public eye. That's all. They don't want you to watch them grow old and decrepit. They want to do other stuff without being hounded. And like I said, it don't matter what you believe. It just, the whole point is for you not to be looking for one, period. How do you feel about the Orisha? I think everything is connected to your senses, how you perceive things, and everything is then what I call, everything is perceived from that. So whatever you can create, whether it be deities, Orisha, science, it's all created from your senses. What you can observe, what means this to you, you know. We do know that energy and your senses are how you experience the earth, right? How you experience this life. If you've ever had a near-death experience or been in a deep sleep or in a coma or something like that, what did you experience there? You know, how's it different from being conscious? Did time pass slowly or fast? You know, did it exist at all? So you got to kind of think about that too. What is real? If you've experienced those things as well as this time and reality. So at the same time, it's like, okay, which one is real? Is it both real? Am I experiencing senses? Why did time slow down? Did I do that? Or did it do that by itself? Did I slow down time? Or am I just seeing everything super slow because I have certain chemicals in my brain? Do I even have a brain? Are there chemicals? You know, it's just too many questions to ask. So you just create what will ground you into this reality. Because you'll keep asking some questions and you'll just keep asking questions. So you have to create something to ground you into this reality. Because you'll just keep asking questions like the little kids do. Mama, what's that? Well, why is it that way? Well, why is it that way? Because they said it was. Okay. But see, if you don't have an answer for them, they're going to keep asking. So you have to have something to ground you to this reality. So that's when you start grounding the knowledge. And you start making up stuff about it. Okay, well, this is because, let me see, because if you think about it, it didn't start off super scientific. It started off very simple. Then people expounded upon it scientifically as to why certain things are. And it grew from there. Like on Lion King, the stars in the sky, Mufasa, your ancestors. Okay. Then the stars are made out of plasma. And then it keeps going and going, right? But back then, all you needed to know, the stars are your ancestors, and you stop asking questions. Because it grounded them to earth. Like, yeah, your ancestors, there you go. But how did they get up there? Why does it burn bright? And what is, they start asking more questions, and they want to seem like they're an expert on the topic, so they start expounding the knowledge. Well, but it's through observation. Whatever they have to relate to here through their senses, creates whatever they feel is out there. As above, so below. Why is that? Because that's all they have is their senses and their current perception and their imagination. That's all you got. You ain't got nothing else. So you do with that what you can. And you know, the scientists, they always say, oh, everything went back to computer code. Zeros and ones. Well, I would say that too if I wanted you to believe that the universe was a computer code, or that we want you to now believe that your consciousness can be sucked into a computer, or all this kind of stuff. If I wanted you to believe that, I have to start small and build you up, just like on the Skeleton Key. Y'all remember the Skeleton Key movie? Leaving clues and hints and stuff laying around and letting her figure it out. At, like, you know, if you start, it's just like the Skeleton Key. Oh, she believes now, so now we can use this, you know. But at the same time, you also have to ground yourself and realize that you are also creator, and you could do the same thing to other people if you really wanted to. You said that movie scared you? It's called The Skeleton Key. It's really good. It's about this lady, and she's in Louisiana, and she's like this caregiver, like a nurse, to this old lady and her husband. And there's like a hoodoo room. It's like a she finds this hoodoo room. It's good. You like it. It's called The Skeleton Key. And so the trick was to get her to believe in this stuff so that she could trick her into stealing her body. That's a good movie, though. Like, you ain't finna steal nothing that can't be stole, okay? You cannot break down what can be broken. Lil Wayne. MJ taught me that. Yeah, you look up to MJ too. So they're admitting the matter is formed by consciousness, but leave you out of the equation. Matter, close your eyes. Can you see a 3D object, a 4D object? When you're in a dream and you're about to eat whatever food that you're about to eat, can you taste it? Can you feel somebody touch you? If you're in a dream, can you feel a sense of touch? Do you feel the sensation of touch in a dream when nobody's touching you? Did you eat that cake in the dream? Did it taste good? Did you feel the texture in your mouth? If somehow you never woke up for days upon days, would you forget you were sleeping? Or would you just wake up in your dream and go eat some more food and talk to those other people in the dream until that became your life? You said smell too? Exactly. Because why? Because it's all in here in your mind. Spell was like a knockoff of Skeleton Key. Oh, I didn't see that. So pretend you were in a dream, right? And you met someone in your dream. And you got married, and you had kids, and you know, that's your man, that's your wife, or whoever. Those are your children. And let's say You believe that to be your reality, 100%, right? But then here comes Mandela effect. What's that? What is Mandela effect? Who created Mandela effect? Is it real? Can you explain Mandela effect? Where that right there goes to show you that you can create your own reality. Mandela effect is proof you can create your own reality. Because when they started to talk about it, they were like, oh, are you from universe A or are you from universe B? If you're from universe A, then you would have remembered the Fruit Loop saying this. And if you're from universe B, then Fruit Loop said this, right? And you don't know if they sold both of those boxes of Fruit Loops or not. You don't know at all. You don't know if they had stuff printed and never sold it and then busted it out later on in Photoshop. You don't know, because the only way you can experience it is digital, in the digital time. You couldn't experience it before the digital time. So was it a hoax? If I can't find evidence and proof of it before the digital time, then it's fake. Like, nobody knew about the Mandela effect until somebody started making up videos and stuff on it. I lucid dreamed for the first time and woke up before I got to control the rest of it. Yeah. That's cool. I dreamt you morphed into a panther and you was walking. Cool. That's the Michael Jackson video. Black or white. So anyway, I'm not gonna keep y'all all night, but thank you so much for watching. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, create your own everything, spirituality, belief, magic. You can even create your own religion if you choose to. But don't follow other people. Don't invest in certain beliefs if that's not what you want. Don't let people force you into anything that you don't want to be forced into. Laugh it away. Roll your eyes and call them crazy. And if they mess with you, mess with them back. I mean, if you truly believe something, then that has to affect you too. If you don't believe in it, it won't. I don't believe in that crap. Stupid silliness, playing Pokemon as a grown adult. No thanks. This is an intense game of Pokemon. He says an intense game of Pokemon. Y'all stop playing Pokemon with grown people. It's a children's game. At least make it funny. Wear some costumes or something. Like, at least I'm dressed up for y'all, Y'all sitting over here dressed in regular clothes. If y'all gonna play these crazy games, at least have some costumes or something. Make it more interesting and fun. Maybe more people want to play. Okay. Maybe more people want to join y'all's cult if you have costumes or something. Costumes you can wear on a daily basis and change it up, okay? Because I'm going to make my own costumes and I won't be in a cult. I'm just going to be crazy. Now, look, don't pull me into your weirdness. Don't pull me into your games. Don't pull me into your world. Don't pull me into your cult, because I will change the game, literally. Don't do it. It ain't worth it. Can a person have the same consciousness? Yeah, if they share the same brain, or if they linked up to the same brain, if they believe in that. They have to believe it first. If you don't believe it, it ain't gonna work. Boop. That's why hypnosis works more on people who believe it. I low key got a cult. Well, I didn't make no cult. They made itself. It made itself, and I don't have no rules. So basically, they can do whatever they want. I'm the cult of MJ, but I would never make a cult about MJ. I just that's taking it too far. It's taking it too far. How do I feel about Scientology? Give me a book and I'll write a religion too. I'll make it more interesting and funny. Mine will be funny. Like, if you're going to make a religion, you might as well throw some comedy in it. These people could laugh. I'm going to throw, the next religion should be with comedy. So whoever going to create the next thing, throw some comedy in it. Okay. That way people will show up and be interested. Yeah, a lot of people don't believe this stuff anymore. So, the jig is up, whatever. It doesn't matter anymore. The jig is up. The jig has been up. I don't want to play Pokemon with y'all. I don't want to be in y'all's cult. I don't want to pretend y'all's taking people's chakras, okay? Just send me a nice gift if you like me. That's all I ask. Something that I actually want. That's why I like people that send me gifts. What I want or what I need or whatever. Throw a comedian in a pulpit and people will show up to church, okay? Mm-hmm. Did I see the Netflix show In Your Eyes? Nope. Don't want to see it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Did you see the Netflix show? In my purse? In my bag? How do I feel about Tom Cruise? Sounds like a twin ride. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I don't feel anything about it. You trying to get abducted? See who they worship out there? You. Have I ever read the Necronomicon? Several times. Back in the early 90s. Uh-huh. Oh, I know. I've seen all them movies. I read them books many times. Literally. My thoughts on Satanism, Pokemon. Made up. Everything is created. Everything is man-made. So everything came from someone's imagination. So it is what it is. I don't sit there and try to think about why someone created something or why somebody made something up or why somebody created this idea or archetype. Does it trigger you psychologically in one way or another? Does it allow people to control you in a certain way? Maybe, maybe not. Who cares? I don't care. Whatever I create is what I'm going to create and believe. And if I feel like controlling a bunch of people, then I'll have to do some, which I won't, because I don't care enough about a bunch of people to control them. But if I ever did, I'd just do it in a whole different way, because women know how to do that naturally. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We ain't got to do all these tricks. Okay, we just show up. Hey, how you doing? We ain't got to trigger you psychologically and mentally. We just be like, show up. We don't have to ask you if you've seen this movie on Netflix or if you read a book. We just show up. We're like, hi. I'm here. And all that double, triple, quadruple talk is gone. Now you cheesing, holding hands, looking into my eyes. Gotcha. Wow. So that's basically it. What am I doing in my next life? The same thing I'm doing in this life. I only have one life. And it just keeps going and going and going. Y'all keep asking me the same stupid questions. I think the same thing that I thought yesterday and the day before and the day before that. You can just go watch the old videos so you can get the old answer, so you can pretend like you're doing something. I hope you catch the Pokemon, whatever y'all looking for. Okay. Like, seriously, this game is silly. Y'all need to stop. Here you go. I got a bunch of stuff for y'all right here. Here, take them. Is this going to help you? Pretend that I gave them to you. Close your eyes and accept them. 3 stones just for you. This one came out of a candle. This one came from the store. Do you feel fulfilled and whole now? Can you sleep now? Good. Good night. Does that trigger you mentally just right? Did you accomplish your goal? Here, you can actually buy stones on my store, darkrealmonlineoccultshop.com. You can buy as many as you like. Tumble, raw. Just have a field day. Say what? Who was that man at your birthday? None of your business, darling. They would like to remain anonymous. Anyway. See, now y'all trying to be messy. Anyway. You said, does anybody know if rock crystals is better than? Well, the polished and tumble stones are more like smooth, and they're easier to hold and work with. And the tumbled ones are like more. I mean, not tumbled, but the raw ones are just more like they're not as shiny or cut in an angle. They're just more just like rocks. Mm-hmm. So I said, mind your business. Mind your business. Would you ever consider doing a no? Well, not really. I said I would never really do a meetup. Too many strange people out there playing Pokemon. Mm-hmm. Look, y'all stop playing Pokemon and act normal, maybe. Maybe. But y'all can't act right. Okay. Y'all could just act like normal human beings for a second. Maybe. I think about it, but too many of y'all is weird and crazy and playing Pokemon and asking people if they seen some Netflix movies that they know they ain't seen because it sounds stupid. No. Um, what do you mean Pokemon? Y'all know what I mean Pokemon. I'm being silly when I say y'all over there playing Pokemon, trying to find Pokemon. Pokemon. You said you like to talk about aliens? Yeah. What does it mean when you dream about giving birth to twins? It means you had a dream about giving birth to twins. And that you need to learn how to decode that for yourself instead of asking other people when you got Google over there. Right? It means you dreamt of it. Don't mean that it happened. What does it mean? Oh, I already read that one. So glad. Okay. don't don't do them like that. Well, what kind of game should we call it? Do y'all have a name for this game? The game of the Game of Thrones? Come on. Y'all stop playing the Game of Thrones. A Pokemon, Game of Thrones, whatever y'all trying to play. Look, grow up. Mm-hmm. Game of Life, Game of Thrones, Pokemon, whatever y'all doing. Reenacting the skeleton key. Come on. Trying to play Princess and the Frog. What y'all doing? At least let's have some costumes with it if y'all gonna do it. Come on. Okay. We can role play at least. At least make it a role play game and you just gonna walk around acting normal. It's boring. Okay, I'm a Pisces. I need excitement. I need costumes. I need colorful, you know, occasions. If you just gonna go rock around making statements with slick words, that's boring. We need costumes. Look, if y'all, you know what I mean. At least make it fun. Don't be sitting up there looking so serious. It's boring. You have to appeal to other people to get them into your cult. And none of the stuff that y'all are doing is appealing. Literally, it's boring. I need music. I need food. I need costumes. I need all those things. And y'all don't have those things. Y'all got boring, stuck up, blob, ugly people. Maybe not ugly. Some of y'all. So make it at least tempting. But you look like Raya. Who? The Lost Dragon. If I was a dragon, you think I'd be lost? Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do you stay on live talking this long? It's the power of Pokemon, baby. The power of Pokemon. I done won the game of Pokemon so many times, according to many people. I didn't know I was even playing Pokemon, but obviously I keep winning. What's my personality type? Crazy. Strange. Creative. Don't care. Can we talk about the meaning of a taxi? Yes. Lady cab driver, roll up your window fast. Dun, 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 dun. Prince song. Don't know where I'm going because I don't know where I've been. Put your foot on the gas, let's try. Then they have sex in the back of the cab. And then, yeah, I know the rest. Lady cab driver, Prince song. Black and yellow, black and yellow. Wiz Khalifa. Um, and like I said, none of those things trigger me because I already know the deal. Be more creative. You said trolls ruining everything. I know. Look, y'all got to be better than me. Like if you got to be more slick. Y'all ain't slick no more. It's not even slick. It's like I'm reading a coloring book when I want to be reading something else. You know how the coloring book had little words at the bottom of the book, but instead I want to be reading something like this, and y'all give me coloring books. At least make it interesting, so it looks like I'm on some type of quest. And then when I figure out that it's all fake, then it doesn't become appealing anymore. I need gifts and things like that. Some people sent me gifts. Thank y'all. I appreciate them gifts. No, I use them too. Hey, thank you. So I'm just knowing she's not about to answer that. What? Santos, somebody decodes the Lord's Prayer and offers some translation. Cool. Okay, I'm just trying to go back and see if there's any good questions that I haven't really answered before I go. What do I recommend for protection? Imagination. Number one. That's the best kind ever. If you need an example, think about how all the things that represent protection came about in the imagination first, right? Therefore, that's where you can create your protection from. Okay. Have I ever seen a star through the... I've seen many things. Have you ever seen a... What was that? Have you ever seen the crowd go and 8? Stack my money fast to go. Fast like my... I like this hat. I'm gonna wear this hat. Actually, this hat looks pretty cute with like regular clothes. Like with like some jeans and a cute shirt. It looks cute like that too. Casual. Well, she... What? What? Patreon is basically a bunch of articles, videos, and PDF books, as well as me breaking down and decoding certain things in pop culture, biblical, movies, videos, like just random things that most people requested. And then, of course, there's a lot of reading. If you don't like physical copies of books, there's a lot of PDF books. There was like occult knowledge, and I think the alchemy book is in there. Symbolism books are in there. Mentalism books are in there. So you have a bunch of books, and so you have a little library. Just go into the search or the keyword section after you become a member, and just type in books or PDFs, and all the books and PDFs will pop up, and you have a library. So you'll have a lot of reading. There's probably I put as much as I could in there. So go check it out. And so if I'm if I want to be an expert on something, and whatever I learned on that topic, I can speak about it. But in my reality, everything is man-made and created from the imagination. And so when we know that, whatever we're experts on, whatever we learn from other people, from books, from study, from what a bunch of people know as a collective, I mean, that's good and everything, but it does not rule or control me as an individual. So that's why I feel that if I answer your question, it's going to be to my way of thinking and partially to what is known collectively. That's how I answer my questions. You just want to know what them things represent? Well, there's a symbolism book on the Patreon, so maybe you can go and look it up. Or you can Google it. People know what Google is. And see, like I told you, I'm not playing Pokemon no more. I'm not playing Game of Thrones no more. So y'all can Google y'all's questions. How do I feel about Pokemon and Game of Thrones? I don't play them. And if you try to get me to play them, you will lose. Because I'll make up new rules and add some costumes. And choreography. Not just twerking. You're going to have to do a whole Michael Jackson dance. You're going to have to moonwalk. Okay, don't throw me into this game because I will change it. I'll make a whole 5-hour video on how the new game is going to be played. Don't do it. Don't drag me into y'all games because I will drag you back into mine. And it'll be a whole nother game. You're going to be wondering why you sitting in your house at 3:30 in the afternoon with a whole Michael Jackson outfit on. You're going to be, how did I get to this point? Because you would not stop trying to play Game of Thrones and Pokemon with me. Okay? That's what's going to happen. Your whole algorithm going to change and everything that pops up is going to be Michael Jackson. Just don't do it. It's not going to be worth it. It's already changing right now. Go look. Go get on Instagram and scroll. Watch what happens. I better stop. I better leave her alone. Okay, don't make me do it. Y'all gonna be dressed in drag too, just because I'm bored. You said Thanos snap on that algorithm. Yep. You said let's do it. I know, right? The game need to be improved. We tired of playing the game with science. Let's play it with something better. We don't care about that stuff. How about let's play with some costumes and magic or something? That would be more interesting. Y'all want to play my way? Okay. Everybody need to get a Ouija board or a spirit board. That's number one. This is how we gonna communicate. Y'all need one of these. Okay. You gonna close your eye. You can use a planchette or your finger. Close your eye. Whatever you land on, you. Okay. You have to sing a song that starts with the letter U. And whatever the song is about, that's what you have to do that day. And you have to post it online and tag someone else to do it. And whoever does it best wins whichever energetic aspect of that person that they choose. And they have to trade for one day. There you go. Battle. Challenge. Yeah, I'm playing because that's how silly it is to me. You said meet you where? At the fumble line. I don't know nothing about no football. Body, mind, what? Thank you. You want to play? Meet me at the fumble line. You said go to Brazil. What's there? What's for me there? Send me a plane ticket with hotel, and I want to stay at a resort. I'm gonna start answering y'all back seriously because y'all be asking me, telling me silly stuff. Look, send me a ticket and my resort reservation. How do you know who's real or extra? Everybody real and extra. Unless they boring. Look, they're both. Everybody's real and extra. Real extra. Anyway, I'm getting real extra hungry, so I need to go. Is the apocalypse real, and do you think it's coming? Apocalypse translated means what? Things will be revealed to you, right? Revelation. Things will be revealed. Truth will be revealed, or things that were hidden or are now being more revealed to you, unfold, whatever you create. Revelation, apocalypse. I mean, it's all code for something else. So it's real if you think it's real. It's real if you experience it. But then, like, so is Captain EO on Michael Jackson. It's the same thing. People create the same stories over and over, just use different characters, songs, dress, costumes, and all that kind of stuff. How do you feel about playing Pokemon again and Game of Thrones? I feel like if you keep asking me the same stupid question, I'm gonna think something wrong with you. Okay. Sure, these folks need to watch your old videos. They sure do. They acting real brand new. Like, where are my real subscribers who don't play Pokemon and Game of Thrones? Where they at? Did y'all kick them off the algorithm? Why all that I have are these Pokemon playing you stole my chakra um energy commenters? Like, what the heck? Don't make me get a rainbow bag and go like this. I'm stealing your energy. I'm stealing your chakras, and I'm gonna shake them up. Don't make me do that, because you know I will, because I'm silly and I'll do it. You're gonna really feeling lost. We get all some color coded stuff. Hold on, let me see what I can find as a color. What I got is colorful. Oh, gotcha. Got your head. Yes. I have your head right now. This is my hand over it. I'm gonna blow my plasma into your pineal gland. Now my thoughts will control you. I'm gonna poke your eyes out now. Does that help you? Is that triggering? Close your eyes. I'm going to rub the back of your head. Do you feel that? Yes. Who felt that? Don't make me do what I need to do. Because I will get creative. Put my stuff back over here. So making me get my props out. Oh, yes. Oh, got something for y'all. I got your lamp. Here, come on in. I'm sucking that pineal gland straight out, and it's going into here. Ooh. Got it. It's mine. And you can never have it back. Don't even try to come get it. You see? Oh. Yes. I'm controlling your energy. I'm reversing how it flows. You're going to start to age extra fast now. Just kidding. You said put you in a middle. Oh, yes. Right. You like the crystal one? Thank you. That's what I have to do. Some of these people acting crazy, so I have to act crazy right back with them. You know, don't mess with me. I'm telling you, I will change the entire game. I'm not going to use science and astrology and astronomy to trigger you mentally. I'm gonna use what I got right next to me. Okay, don't mess with me. I'll put you in this bottle. What you said? You want to get out? Too bad. Okay. I got games too. He said you in. Look. Yeah. How do you raise your vibe? Put on some lotion. I don't know. Be less dusty and ashy. Um, put on some sparkle. Put on some highlighter. This is not a Patron bottle. It looks like a mini one, but actually it's just an empty bottle. Maybe a Patron bottle. It don't have no stickers on it. I got it online. When you feel that heat, then we go ride the boogie. Share that beat of love. Y'all have matches too. Do you know that fire doesn't have a shadow? Isn't that weird? I didn't even have to say the word. You said it. I got games too. I don't like to play these games, but if y'all want to play, I play to win. You've been avoiding lotion, girl. I bet you ashy. Girl, go get you some lotion, some shea butter, and some coconut oil, and put it all on at the same time. What were you doing? What were you doing? It's not how it's done. That's how I do it. Okay, I told y'all how I do it. However I want to do it. I don't follow rules. I create them. And don't make me come up with a dress code either. Because on Monday we're gonna dress up like Prince. On Tuesday we're gonna dress up like no. On Monday we're gonna dress up like Diana Ross, or Beyonce. On Tuesday we're gonna guess even if you a man. Told y'all gonna be dressing in drag. On Tuesday, y'all can dress up like Lil Nas X. Okay, Wednesday, what we gonna dress like that? Y'all can dress like however you want on Wednesday. It's a free day. Show up however you want. Okay. On Thursday, we're gonna dress up like Michael Jackson or Prince, or both. Half, whatever. Friday, we dressing up like Rihanna. If you're a guy, you could dress up like somebody else, like a guy that's cool, Ron Isley, whoever. Nicki Minaj. Okay, yeah, y'all can do that too. Nas. Okay. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. You said Monday, Janet Jackson. Whoever. Dress up. Yes. And y'all have to post it on Instagram so we know that you did what you're supposed to do. If you don't report, you're going to get strange phone calls. If you ain't dressed like MJ on Thursday and Sunday, you're going to start getting these weird calls. Okay? And everything you scroll past is going to have Michael Jackson at you, looking at you online. If you don't do it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, and you keep getting called and they hung up after. Girl, don't even answer them phone calls. Like, I'm gonna be so desperate to answer an unknown number. Hello, yes. I don't even like to talk to people that I know. You said I need to have a conference for the real ones. Yeah, look, change the game. Don't let the game change you. You change it. You tired of playing Pokemon, Game of Thrones. We finna play Michael Jackson, Prince, Kanye, Hollywood squares. Okay, get Grammy Awards, whatever. Get y'all costumes ready. You can't create something that's biblical. Whoever created that created it. Mhm. You can't create something that somebody else created already. That's true. But you can create something totally different. You about to go easy? Dress however you want. Just make your own game. You don't have to play by this dumb, boring game anymore. This boring game is a dumb, boring game. Dress however you want. You can still accomplish the same thing that you think you're accomplishing playing this dumb, boring game. Just have fun with it. You know? You said it's OD boring. You try to help your friends, but your grandmother says everyone don't get it. Yeah. Trying to help your friends level up is exhausting. It's boring if you don't spice it up. That's right. You got to spice it up. Look, leveling up should be fun. It shouldn't be boring. You shouldn't be threatened and feel in some type of way, and people shouldn't be treating you this way, and you shouldn't be getting threats and weird phone calls for trying to live your normal life. If you're gonna try to create something or lure someone into something, at least make it exciting and fun, not weird. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can't control somebody that's already weird with weird stuff. It's just like they'll figure it out too quick. So how about fun? Mhm. You said me and this guy keeps things excited by living apart and living our own lives. We married, but we live separate. That's wonderful. Do you have his bank account access? No, I'm just joking. But honestly, that to me, that's wonderful. It's a good thing he was able to get his own place. Or you were able to get your own place. Or maybe you already had it. Oh, speaking of Kanye, he pops up on here. Like it's not coincidence. Maybe you listen. Sometimes I'll just make up funny stuff if I think people are listening in. And I know they be laughing. Okay. Outro the trolls. I feel that you said it literally keeps the fire in the bedroom. Well, good for them. Or good for y'all. Some people just don't play the same games. And some people don't think it makes sense. And some people are just don't they're not gonna play the game. You know what I mean? Like, unless I have a marriage license, I ain't married to nobody. That's number one. Number two, if you are mentally able to get yourself into something, you should be mentally able to get yourself out. That's number two. If you believe in something so strong that you can't move, that's your problem. You know? Break out of it. Get out. Literally. Like on the movie. Come out from your sunken place. Okay. If you just let go of your best friend for 7 years, how you just gonna let go of somebody for 7 years? You just stop calling and talking to them. It's basically letting them go. If they still holding on by some figment of their imagination, I don't know what to tell you. All I'm doing is living my best life, posting strange lip syncing Instagrams. It has nothing to do with anything. I'm just strange like that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I know I just look extra good in this one. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you talking about? Isn't that how you're supposed to do? Somebody say a prayer. Y'all are silly. People keep asking me about DMX. Oh, I don't know anything about DMX. I've never met DMX before. So I don't really have an opinion about DMX, darling. So, you can it possibly be harmful affect me by having my real first and last name on social? I mean, anything can do anything if people choose to do that. But at the same time, you also have to think about the reason. Like anybody can get access to your information these days. Will you use it for good or bad? It's not like it's private anyway. There's the illusion of privacy. But at the same time, if the illusion of privacy is taken away, then nobody would trust anyone. And somebody would say something, and then everything would fall apart. So we just have to feel as if we do have this false sense of privacy and act accordingly. Okay, so we'll do that. We'll pretend that we have real privacy for now, and we won't let it bother us. Okay, because if that system fails, then the financial system fails, and you can't have that. Um, you still gonna have rooms where you can just be alone? That's true. Well, be alone. I got many rooms. That's this room right here that I'm in. I'm alone. Um, it doesn't take strength to do anything. You just get up and go do it. If you got to sit there and think about it and what's mentally blocking you, then that's probably why you're not doing anything. As above, so below, as within, so without. If you are physically able to do stuff with your natural body, then just go do it. If you don't have a body, I don't know what to tell you. Right. And see, mm-hmm. So, I told you guys, if y'all want me in y'all's cult, it needs to be fun. This cult is terribly boring and dry. Does Erica Badu belong to any of these cults? I bet hers is more fun. Like at least her group or whatever, because y'all are boring and dry. Period. Y'all got the same lines over and over. Okay. Can y'all at least be creative and use some better descriptive words? At least try to fool me or something. Because the funny part about it is y'all are not very creative. That's why y'all lose. I'm lucky. Well, then y'all play the boring version of the game, okay? I want the fun, exciting version. Where is that? Who do I contact to play that one? I'm gonna look around online because y'all boring. You said check out Erica Badu. Yeah, I'm gonna get on her game. That looks interesting. She be outside and we're doing weird stuff. That look interesting. She has like a crystal built into the side of her house. It's so cool. It's like a giant crystal, and I think they built her house around it or built it into the wall or the stucco or something. It was kind of cool. Her house, man, it looked crazy inside, but it looks similar to this room. They were even on. I don't perform well under pressure. I know I like when she act wild, no dull with Shira. Right? Look, if y'all gonna try to suck me into a cult and have me wearing colors and stuff, at least let's have some costumes and some comedy, okay? Because this is boring, too stressful. Okay. If we gonna pretend that we stuck inside of somebody, at least let's make it fun. Like, come on there looking like you can't get out or something, like struggling, like help, I've fallen and I can't get up. Something. Reenact something. At least if I laugh, that might lighten the mood. And I'll play your game. But I ain't finna play no boring games. Okay. I don't know, child. Whatever. Sure, I like your hair. Girl, you can buy some too. Do you like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. Y'all like this hat too? I like this one too. This one is bigger. This is my wide brim. You look like girl. Well, since I have some new, interesting, boring friends, I guess I could teach y'all how to be more exciting at least. So we're gonna start a new game tomorrow. Okay, we're gonna play it my way. I'm gonna teach y'all how to do it better. All right, we're gonna role play. Not gonna just say lame stuff. That's so obvious. Okay. So y'all come up with some ideas. I might be back here tomorrow and we can discuss them. But I'm not going to share my energy or pretend to share my energy with anybody who I don't want their boring energy in return or exchange with. Okay, y'all boring. Why would I want y'all's energy? And I understand why y'all want mine because it's crazy. But at the same time, what's in it for me? If we going to play pretend. Okay, we going to pretend. If we finna play Game of Thrones, Pokemon, and Thanos collect the stones, at least let's have fun. What? You will be Milli Vanilli. Yeah, we can do 80s week. Everybody got to dress up like somebody from the 80s. Your energy healing is like Marvin Gaye's type of healing. Okay. Y'all are silly. Learning first and fourth matter. Can we master our spirit? Whatever you think you can do, that's what you can do. I master my spirit, they spirit, your spirit. Whoever spirit want to get mastered. There you go. Shira just making me laugh. Ha 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 ha. Do I need a black robe? Or can I just wear this? Is this okay? Okay, I don't know Latin, but like mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. That's good. All right. Mama say, mama sa, mama kusa. Sing it to the world. Sing it out loud. Oh, y'all, I bought this for a special reason. I was going to do this, but I don't know if it was going to be for this video. Here it is. I should have had my black wig on, but y'all just going to have to imagine. No, he didn't have a hat on. Okay. But we're going to put it on just so you can get the feel. Now the hat's taken away. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a brighter day, just you and me. But when you're down and out and there seems no hope at all. Somebody Googling We Are the World right now. See what I made you do? When we can stand together as one. Don't make me go Michael Jackson. There comes a time when you heed a certain call. Okay, I'm done. The look on Michael Jackson's face when some of them people sang was like, that's why he had on them sunglasses, so you couldn't see what his eyes was doing. Best Michael Jackson album to decode? Bad or Off the Wall? Bad or Off the Wall? You know I'm bad. Dirty Diana. You'll never make me stay, so take your weight off of me. I know your every move, so won't you just let me be? I've been here times before, but I was too blind to see that you seduce every man. This time you won't seduce me. Y'all remember what happened at the end of that video? Go watch it. Divine. What? How do I join the private group chat when she was speaking of? That's my Patreon. Or it's not really a group chat, but on my other channel, yeah. The members area. I'm not playing Pokemon roleplay. Y'all can forget that. We'll play something else. Shira, I listen to Voyage to Atlantis daily. What do you think? Atlantis. Ron Isley. Okay. Can I go on my way without you? Whoa, where would I go? Set sail with me, Misty lady, set my spirit free. You free, you been free. I don't know why you don't think you free. Ron Isley. Only thing to stop you is you in your own mind. Because, you know, I'm already just going to make up whatever I want to. Here, I'll even sing you a Christmas song. In my mind, I just want you to be free. Y'all remember the Temptation song? Silent Night. Doom, doom, doom. Silent night. Holy night. That dude that sounded like a woman, I thought that was a girl. All is calm. All is bright. Why do men be like my wife whole time? Shorty don't what? Got a ring. She probably just ain't wearing it, but she probably got it. Don't talk about Eddie Shearer. Who Eddie? Eddie Kane? That's 5 heartbeats. So you getting confused. Okay. Don't. You said Ron Ozzy looked like a pimp. Absol looked like a Jackson. Absol. Absolutely. Isn't that what y'all saw? Absolutely. Let's see what other keywords I got to start using. Amazing. Absolutely. What else corniness can I do? What else triggers y'all so I can write it down? I'm ready. I'm ready to play Pokemon and Game of Thrones with you guys. So I need to know your trigger words. I'm going to hit the moon, walk like I seen Tito. Was that triggering to you? Yes. Don't jump in again. I got the higher ground. I'm just going to use lyrics. Oh my gosh, I see something triggering. This is what I saw. Isn't it cute? So precious. Oh. What else? I don't know what it means. It means somebody's acting silly. SpongeBob cousin. That's SpongeBob cousin. Trigger words are any words in English we got to role play on light language. Darn it. You like Scooby-Doo? Let's see if I can trigger you another way. Let's see if I can. This should be triggering to so many for some strange reason. That trigger people? You like this hat now, girl? You need to get one. So here we go. If you need to hear this as for clarity, if you need to see these words, For anyone who feels trapped in a game that no one is actually playing but you and whoever else in your cult, there you go. Okay. That's what you need to see in order to believe, in order to for things to click in your brain, then we'll do what you gotta do. For me, y'all never was here. If you feel like you were, great. I'm glad that your imagination is so wonderful. But for me, I don't feel like y'all. I never felt like anyone was here. If you felt like you were great, wonderful, tell your grandkids and kids about it. One time I was trapped inside this person. Really? Now were you dreaming? No, it was real. I kept sending them coded messages online to let me out. Really? Did they respond? No. They laughed and made funny videos, mocking me. And does anyone else believe this? Yeah. All the people that were trying to help me get free. And what are their names? Okay. And okay. And did you ever get free? You did. Wonderful. Well, that's all that matters now, doesn't it? She what? She dressed like Michael Jackson. Oh, this is getting interesting. Tell me more about this person. She wears several wigs. She looks different on a daily basis. She has two of everything. Tell me more. She says that I'm playing Pokemon and Game of Thrones, but this is real. Okay. And do other people see this person? Yeah, she got her YouTube channel, a couple of them, and an Instagram, and a couple of Instagrams. Okay. That's a good start. What is her name? Well, I don't want to say. Okay. Do you feel like that you will ever become trapped again inside this MJ looking, wig wearing, crazy woman? Ever? I don't know. Well, what will prevent you from doing this? Stop doing it. Do something else. That might work. Don't do that. Believe in yourself. I know you got confused when I sang the lyrics. You're just another part of me, but I was literally just singing the lyrics. I didn't mean anything by it. So believe in you. Thank you. Believe in yourself, and you can't go wrong. You won't be trapped. Because if this is what's like you're putting yourself through, it's very unnecessary, you know. If you want to be trapped, you know, if you like that, okay, great, whatever. But don't put yourself somewhere you don't want to be, you know. It's not like I go around looking for people to trap. I'm not going to trap today. Under you. I don't do this. I wake up, I drink coffee, I drive kids to school. I, I wake up, I drive kids to school, I get coffee, I go home, I check my emails, check my Instagram, get on my computer, check to see if I have any orders. Like I'm not worried about people energy inside of me, okay? I got other stuff to do in the real world. So if you like to be trapped mentally in your own mind inside of somebody, just don't let me know about it. You can pretend all you want. I'll be your energetic, what they call it, sadomasochist. If you like that sort of thing. Is this a thing? Because if it is, I don't know. Right. I'm just being silly right now. If you like it, I love it, baby. Okay. I'm going to whoop myself tomorrow. Like on Da Vinci Code. Hilarious, right? Okay, anyway. I'm just making it, at least making, you know, higher frequency of it. It's fun. It's funny. You have several clones? Really? That's so cool. It seems as though I have several people trapped within me. That's and we're playing a game of energetic S&M right now. Or psychological energetic S&M. Because for some reason they like it. I don't know. And what can I do to make that more interesting for that person? What else I gotta do? Which one? That doodle drawing not that bad. Thank you. So what do I gotta do? What's gonna make this more fun? Y'all help me. Y'all know y'all do this every day. Come on. I'm not used to this. What am I supposed to do next? Accept your clones? What can your clones do? Tell them to send me a resume. We'll see. All right. You said draw a pumpkin. Y'all not helping me. See, I'm trying to ask you what I can do to make this better. I need real answers. Come on. Wear a dress? Put on a dress. What else? Draw a sun god. Give her a strip of heels. Oh. You want a dress? This is, I'm gonna give her some big boobs. Acting insane, always give me back pain. Yep. There we go. 6-inch heels. She walked in the club like nobody business. Okay. She need a wig. You're right. I'm gonna give her some lips too. Why not? Now she ready. Where we going? Where the pole at? Some support. The pole. Okay. The pole. Get on that pole. You gotta level up on the pole. Come on. I walk. Will we move? Here, I'll give you some inspirational music. Will we moving on up to E5 in a deluxe apartment in the sky? Bands make her dance. Bands make her dance. I don't know. Like, whoever this is, I'm sure they can dress better than this. Excuse me for this terrible outfit. Moving it. Everyone has a pole nowadays. I don't know who this is, but whoever it is, she got to thigh walk up this pole. All right. I don't know what to tell you. All right. Put an X. Where am I supposed to put the X at? I motivate your eye. Call me Malcolm X. Your operator. Innovator. And that what Beyonce said. Here you go. I'm going to draw a mental picture so that you can free yourself mentally. It's a door and a doorknob. All right. Good enough. That's what I always tell people when I want them to leave. Bye, Felicia. Bye. Okay. So I gotta go. So I have to go, literally. Hope that helped you or anybody who needed to see that. Okay, bye.